I'm back and I'm back and I'm back. Back and I'm back. Here we go. Here we go. Man, oh man. Yep, he took that job. Didn't take long. Well, didn't take long, folks. Told you I'll be back. Well, we bite. Well, another breaking news. Breaking news, breaking news. Breaking news. Come on in. Is this the first time I ever did this? 2 episodes in one night? This story is getting wild, man. It gets better and better, man. Well, another episode of BucosLocker. Shout out to all the Power C Bandits. Thank you for joining for this late night creep episode. Those of you that joined me in my first episode early tonight, 2 hours ago, we talked about Liam Coen playing chess, not checkers. This is a creepy episode, man, because I don't never do 2 episodes in one night. A late night creep episode. This is a messy situation, folks. This is a creepy situation. This is a creepy live Bucos locker room talk. Liam Coen has officially informed the Bucs he's accepting the job with Jacksonville Jaguars. He's officially accepted. He informed the Bucs he's taking the job. Yep. There you have, folks. Things can change quickly. Just like that. What a shame. What a shame. He told him he ain't wasting no time. He's back in Tampa. His representatives is still in Jacksonville, hammering out the contract, putting their staff together. Gus Bradley, most likely going to probably be the DC. Coen coached his son, football, young son. So there's some collaboration. There's some connection, familiarity, or relationship there. But he's informed the Bucs. Peace up. A-Town down. He's out of there, folks. Liam Coen is out of there. Barring any changes in the last minute, which can happen, he is not coming back to the top 5 offense Bucs that he built. I told y'all to keep y'all phones on. I told you. Keep your phones ready. I told y'all I'd come back on live if I hear any more news. And as I've been working, I've been tracking this for the last 3 hours. All the reporters, all the big time gurus, people on X. I've been tracking, putting my pieces of the puzzle together, putting my thoughts together. This is what it is. It's a sad day for a lot of Bucs fans. But also, we got to move on. And this video won't be too long, but I got to talk. Because for the 3rd straight season, we're going to have a new OC. What a shame. I mean, this says a lot about, Liam Coen and Dave Canales. Is the Bucs' opportunity as an OC a stepping stone for these coaches? This is 2 in a row. Anybody that takes the job, do not tie yourself into it, to that person. Whoever the OC is, if they look good and the Bucs offense looks good, this is a stepping stone job. Like 1 year and done. That's what it's becoming. One and done job. They're not taking this job serious. They're taking this job to get to the next step. The word is out amongst the OCs and the quarterback coaches and the wide receiver coaches and tight ends coaches and passing game coordinator. Go to the Bucs. They got some weapons. Go look good. You get your job. Is anybody going to take this job serious and stick around? I'm just saying, it's 32 jobs, but because next offseason, there's going to be several more jobs available. And if whoever's the OC for the Bucs is going to be in the same predicament again. That's including the Bucs job. The Bucs can't coach the job. If the Bucs go from sugar to sugar honey iced tea, Todd Bowles might be out here. And then the Bucs job is open. This thing, things can be so good, and the Bucs got to get some stability. We got to get some stability, meaning like we got to have a head coach, or we got to have a staff where we could just, just promote from within and just keep it going. Instead of just having to keep reaching out to this entirely different coaching trees, bringing somebody over from a good coaching tree or whatever, and then they do good in Tampa, and we get laughed at again for the 2nd year in a row. The OC like, F the goddamn what it deal. Don't nobody want to stay with Bowles? And then reports are saying members of the Bucs organization is frustrated, pissed off how the situation unfolded. This story is wild, and I believe it's more to this. This is going to get even more wild. I'm telling you, there's more meat on the bone with this story. This story does not add up. Y'all know it. Because it's bad when the members of the organization are upset. And the Bucs are not a chaotic organization where they used to be pre-Tom Brady. But since Tom Brady got here, there has been some stability as far as the outside noise and the inside noise. We don't have any locker room issues outside of Antonio Brown and Devin White. So for the most part, the Bucs locker room and front office has been drama-free outside of Devin White and Antonio Brown. Then here comes the Liam Coen situation. It puts a black thumb on the organization because now everybody asking what's going on in Tampa. It's an awkward situation. I have not seen anything like this. Has anybody seen a situation like this? He say, she say type stuff, and it's like somebody got to come clean with the real story. But I don't believe we're going to get the real story because too many outlets are reporting things. My sources tell me this. My sources tell me that. We don't know what to believe. Todd Bowles got to talk about this. Baker Mayfield got to talk about it. Mike Evans not worried about it. We don't know who to believe, but one thing for sure, members of the organization are not happy about the situation. Let's make this clear. Jason Light, Mike Greenberg, Todd Bowles, Tom Moore, Thaddeus Lewis. People are not, it's rubbed a lot of people the wrong way in the Tampa community, in particular the organization, amongst the fans, because we're just trying to say, look, dude, if you wanted the job, just say it. We ain't tripping about that. But it's the way it's unfolded. It's like you avoided the Bucs, you used the Bucs, you played the Bucs, thinking that we're preparing for you to come back as a fan base, as an organization, to support you. We're not mad because we kind of, most of us expected to lose you at some point. Obviously, next offseason, I was expecting, when I got the news he's coming back, I expected to lose him next offseason, which wouldn't have been a surprise. If Liam Coen got a head coaching job next offseason, a lot of us would have been like, well, we seen it coming. But this offseason, going into the offseason, his name came up for the Jacksonville job. It was Ben Johnson, Liam Coen to the front. Then Johnson didn't want to take it because of Trent Baalke and other stuff going on. Liam Coen did a virtual interview. They recommended him. He impressed the Jacksonville front office. It was like, look, we want to bring you back with a couple other candidates. And then they were supposed to bring him back. And then he turned around and said, no, I don't want to come. I don't want to do an in-person interview. No, thanks. I'm going back to the Bucs. And it was that. That was it. The Bucs had a contract ready. Everything was good to go. He never signed a contract. He comes back to Tampa or whatnot. He talked to Todd Bowles or whoever he talked to. I don't know what it is. It's weird. And he informed him, hey, I'm thinking about revisiting the job. I should talk to them. Trent Baalke gets fired, and it breaks off a chain of events that confuse a lot of people. And everybody like, okay, if you told Todd Bowles, but you ignored everybody else, did you ignore? Like, it's weird. If you wanted the job, just say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us, like, I'm not tripping, but a lot of us wouldn't be tripping, especially on X. A lot of people are tripping on X. But if he just would have said, I want the job. Because then he did a press conference saying, I'm happy. I want to be a head coach, but I'm not rushing for it. I'm happy where I'm at. So it gave a lot of Bucs fans comfort. It gave us like, we're going to have some continuity at least for 2 years. Second year in the offense, it's about to be game on. You did a verbal handshake about coming back to Tampa. Y'all talked on the phone, obviously, because Mike Greenberg and Jason Light drew the contract up. The Glazers family approved the contract to make you the highest paid coordinator in the NFL history. It was all good based on what you provided to the Bucs organization, and particularly the offense. You set records with the Bucs offense, and particularly with the rush game, with the running attack. And if it wasn't for Todd Bowles' crappy pass defense and lack of pass rush, the Bucs would have probably been 13-4. The Bucs were 10-7 mainly because of the offense. The Bucs could have been 12-5, 13-4 if they had a better defense, but the Bucs organization saw that and it was like, oh yeah, this guy, he really liked that. He meshes well with the guys. The offense makes sense. It looked good without Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. It didn't matter. And then you do a handshake deal, a verbal handshake deal from a distance, with your fingers crossed behind your back, and you crossfired the Bucs. He crossfired the Bucs. He put the Bucs on a stake and crossfired the Bucs. You know what I'm saying? Has anybody watched Vampire D? Or what's the other Castlevania? Put the Bucs on the crossfire and just put them in an awkward situation. Now the Bucs look like goofies. It's a wild story because now the Bucs look like straight egg in their face. The fans and some of the people in the organization. And there's going to be more that comes out about this story. Y'all know it and I know it. And you can't get mad at the Jacksonville Jaguars. They don't owe us no explanation. Big bank take little bank. And some people say, well, the Glazers should have opened up the bag a little bit more. Well, Dan, you can't make an OC $10 million a year. You can't do that. What, you going to pay the OC more than the head coach? That would have been a bad look. So the Bucs was in an awkward situation. Oh, the Glazers should have opened the bag up for Liam Coen and do what? And do what? They should have opened the bag up for Liam Coen to do what? Pay him more than Todd Bowles. You know how awkward that would have been? You can't pay the OC more than the head coach. That means you undermining the head coach. You might as well get rid of Todd Bowles. And some of you, that's what you wanted. Nah, this is what you're going to get, Todd Bowles. An average at best head coach with poor situational awareness, poor in-game management. That's what you're going to have to get. You're not getting that rotisserie chicken that's juicy, fresh out the oven. You're getting that overcooked, dry chicken. You're not getting that rotisserie chicken, Bucs fans. You're getting a dry piece of chicken with some cold gravy over some rice with salty string beans and a hard dinner roll. With a chocolate cake with too much frosting. That's what you're getting. You're not getting the real dinner. You're getting leftovers that's been sitting in the refrigerator for 3 days after Thanksgiving. And you're getting tired of making turkey sandwiches. That's what you're getting. Because now when you look at the Bucs organization, if somebody coming here to the organization, it's almost like the next person they hire as OC is almost like you gotta lock him in and shackle him up, put some shackles on him. Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Bucky Irvin, Rashad White, Cade Otton, Jalen McMillan, Devin Cope, Sean Tucker, nice O-line, Baker Mayfield. You know what I'm saying? That looks very enticing, but you can't take the job unless you stay here for a minimum of 2-3 years. And who gonna want to lock themselves into that situation? Now, it's almost like the Bucs are in a kind of an awkward situation because you got Todd Bowles, old in the tooth. You got Tom Moore, old in the tooth. You know what I'm saying? The staff changes going on. It's almost like, where's the stability at? You know, it was okay with Dave Canales, wasn't the best. Dave Canales was chucking the ball around a little bit too much. Liam Coen comes in, provides some stability with the run game to balance the passing attack, and it worked out perfectly. The perfect marriage. Now you got to start over. It don't matter who the OC is. Y'all know what I know. It don't matter who the OC is. You got to start over. You got to start over offensively. Oh, I got to get somebody familiar. It doesn't matter. You got to get somebody in here and you got to start over because the terminology is going to be different. The feel for the game going to be different. And then who you going to hire? You better hire somebody that got OC experience, or you're going to have to hire somebody like a wide receiver coach or a passing game coordinator with no OC experience, because whoever we hire, it ain't going to be like Liam Coen. And we're going to be watching this very closely because it's going to be like who we hire. And the minute we hire somebody, you know people won't complain. This is a tough situation for the Bucs fan base and also the organization to be like, wait a minute, we riding high, and boom, this happens. This has been the worst news since, well, you could say when Tom Brady retired and then unretired, and then Tom Brady took off some leave in training camp. There's a lot of weird stuff been going on in Tampa, but not like this. You know, the Dort Cutter Lovie Smith situation, that was awkward. The Mike Smith, I don't believe in sacks, that was awkward. The Antonio Brown situation was awkward. The Devin White situation was awkward. The Bruce Arians, Tom Brady situation was awkward. The Bucs and Saints feud is awkward. Mike Evans, Marshawn Lattimore situation with the Saints was awkward. We've had some awkward things go on in our community as far as the Bucs itself, but I think this is the cream. This is the cream of the crop. Exactly. Mobbing for Christ, 30. Remember, y'all know how I am with the offense. Some of y'all gonna hype it up, and that's fine. Whoever we hire, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some Bucs fans hyping it up. But y'all know me, week 8, week 9, week 10, then I can say something. And it will go the same way for the new OC. But see, what people don't understand about this situation, the overall arching part of the situation, Liam Coen was the number one choice for the Jacksonville Jaguars. By all means necessary, they felt that they can pull him from Tampa with no problem. And they did. Some of us thought that Liam Coen will pull a Ben Johnson and at least wait another year or two, then go get a job. But sometimes thirst traps can get you. Jacksonville is not the best situation, but when you have an opportunity to take one of those jobs, you almost like you can't turn it down. And we're not saying, Liam Coen has done a great job, but every team wanted Ben Johnson first. Liam Coen was not the top choice. Now, he was the top choice for the Jacksonville Jaguars, but the overall arching part of it across the board was Ben Johnson. And it's interesting that Liam Coen only picked the Jacksonville Jaguars to interview with, or however that worked out. Now the Bucs are going to struggle again offensively. They're going to have to work it out again. They're going to have a real tough early schedule. And they're going to probably be like 4-6 again, 3-7, somewhere up in there, you know what I'm saying, after week 10. And the back end of the schedule is going to be weak as hell. They're going to beat garbage teams that's going to be drafted in the top 10. Everybody going to beat their chest. They're going to win the NFC South at 9-8, 10-7. Then they're going to lose at home again to a better team, better coach, better quarterback. And then we're going to be right back to square one again. Can't get over the hump. It's the same routine, folks. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is anybody seeing a trend here with this? Start the season out good. Go through a bad losing streak against better teams, better coaches, better roster, better GM. Get a late bye. then go on a run, beating BS teams, go to the playoffs, lose. It's the same storyline, folks. Year number 3. Here we go. Same thing. It's almost like expected. The Bucs gonna start out like 3-1, then end up 4-7, and then end up 10-7 or 9-8. It's crazy. 2 times in a row, we got an OC that was never an NFL OC. Canales was never an NFL OC, and Liam Coen was never an NFL OC. And both times we got burnt by both of them. And they both took jobs with bottom shelf organizations. So imagine if we get another OC, he does well, and one of the top jobs come open like the Bengals or the Steelers, and they won him. Let's just say we hire Scotty Montgomery, and he does well with the Bucs, and the Steelers jobs come open, or the Bengals job come open. You think the next OC gonna turn down those jobs to stay with the Bucs? The Colts job come open. You know, the Cardinals job come open. You feel me? You think they're gonna turn down those jobs to stay with the Bucs? I think a lot of us, we like the spot that we were in. It's like we just want stability as a Bucs fan base, and I get it. I'm with you on that. I understand, but I also understand the business part of it. Stability is very hard to have. The Lions are about to go through a change. The Rams went through it when McVay lost his lieutenants, O'Connell, Matt LaFleur. Kyle Shanahan went through it. You know, when you got the guys, but the thing about the Bucs is we don't have no candidates. There's no tree of candidates coming from the Bucs, if that makes sense. You get what I'm saying? Like, see, Sean McVay had people poaching his staff or his guys to bring the culture to them, to their organization. Kyle Shanahan had guys plucked from his staff to bring the culture to their new organization. Andy Reid plucking guys from his organization, front office and coaching staff. Bill Belichick, Mike Holmgren, Mike Shermer, Bill Parcells, Sean Payton. These guys, they were getting plucked from their staff, and they built that staff up. But what have the Bucs built up internally? Where is our plethora of coaches that's coming through the Bucs ranks only and getting plucked? People get plucked from the Bucs because they came from somewhere else. Like Dave Canales came from the Pete Carroll tree. Liam Coen came from the Sean McVay tree, which came from the Kyle Shanahan tree, which is the Gary Kubiak tree. Where's our internal, like they plucking the Bucs built personnel? I'm just saying, like, where is, when it comes to the coaching staff, like the front office, John Spytek, he's been around for a while. He's bounced around. He's been with the Bucs for the last few years, and Jason Light been with the Bucs since 2014. Where are the teams and organizations jumping on the Bucs bandwagon and plucking the Bucs coaching staff and the front office personnel? The only one that got plucked was John Spytek. Where is Todd Bowles' people getting plucked and becoming DCs and OCs with the Todd Bowles philosophy? See, Todd Bowles' philosophy came from the Bruce Arians world. Remember, he's a Bruce Arians guy. Aggressive on defense, just like Bruce Arians is aggressive on offense. As a matter of fact, let's talk about the Bruce Arians tree. Who's doing good from the Bruce Arians tree outside of Todd Bowles? And who's under Todd Bowles that's doing good elsewhere? We're about to find out what Casey Rogers and Larry Foote do somewhere else, because they Todd Bowles guys. I want to see Todd Bowles produce something from his staff, because we got to go out and get somebody as an OC. We don't have no turnstile of internal guys that's been built up by Todd Bowles offensively, because as a head coach, you're responsible for all aspects of the team. Bill Parcells was a defensive guy, but you see his remnants all over the NFL. Sean Payton, he came from the Bill Parcells tree. Andy Reid, Mike Holmgren, Mike Sherman, Gary Kubiak, Mike Shanahan. Like, where's the remnants for Todd Bowles? You got coaches like Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay got remnants spreading all over the place. And the team still keeps going offensively. Here we are. We got to go pluck from another organization and look decent. I'm just saying. Now you look at the Bucs OC situation. Now here we are, as fan base, talking about who the Bucs gonna hire as an OC. Why can't we just have somebody ready in place? Now people, I named several candidates. None of them have nothing to do with Todd Bowles. We ain't got nobody ready. Because Liam Coen said, "Peace up, A-Town down," or "Peace up, Duval down. I'm leaving y'all." He informed the Bucs. For those of you that's just joining, Liam Coen has informed the Bucs officially he is leaving. He's putting a staff together. The contract should be put out by tomorrow. Now the Bucs gonna have to run around and look at the Sean McVay tree, look at the Kevin O'Connell staff, and the Matt LaFleur staff, and the Kyle Shanahan staff, and maybe find a tight ends coach or a wide receiver coach to be an OC, first time OC. Again, and we don't know what the outcome gonna be with that. Once that schedule comes out, I'm gonna look at that schedule and I'm gonna say 9-8, 10-7 again. A lot of us was excited, another offer, OC staying with the Bucs. We're gonna be really good. I think the Bucs still gonna be solid, but breaking news, folks. Adam Schefter, it's been officially announced. Breaking news. He's got Liam Coen has landed a huge deal to become the Jacksonville Jaguars head coach. There you go, folks. A huge deal. He got a huge deal. Now the details are coming a little bit. Adam Schefter just reported it. A huge deal. So basically, he's going to be making more than Todd Bowles. I'm going to definitely tune into his press conference. I'm definitely going to listen to Liam Coen's press conference. I'm going to want to know what he got to say about the choice and the reason why he picked Jacksonville over Tampa. It's almost like you were better off staying as Tampa OC than the Jacksonville Jaguars head coach. And it's going to probably end up looking like Dave Canales' first season. I'm guessing that Liam Coen's first season, I'm just taking a guess, my observation with Jacksonville, how it's set up, it's going to look like Dave Canales' first season with the Panthers. 4-13, 5-12, somewhere up in there. I'm just saying. I'm going to definitely tune into the press conference, but breaking news. And y'all see my hashtag. Things can change quickly. The Bucs gonna be 10-7 one year and 8-9 the next year. That's how fast things can change. 7-10. I'm telling you, folks, this is how it works. Every year is different. I mean, breaking news, folks. Breaking news. He landed a huge deal with the Jacksonville Jaguars. He get to get his guy as a GM. He got a lot of control because whoever he picks as a GM is going to be somebody he cool with. The leading candidate for the DC job is Gus Bradley. He coached Gus Bradley's son in football. I want to know the details of the deal. Breaking news, folks. Liam Coen has accepted the job, and the contract is a big deal. The contract is probably paying him more than what the Bucs are paying Todd Bowles, which explains why some people were saying the Glazers should have dropped the bag on Liam Coen and let Todd Bowles go. But it's so funny how so many people was a big Liam Coen guy, and then Liam Coen takes a job. Now he ain't sugar honey iced tea. Oh, we got some Jacksonville Jaguar fans up in here. Y'all share this. Y'all share the YouTube video, man. Y'all share this video to the Jacksonville Jaguars community. We're going to talk. I want to talk to them. Y'all better be careful with Liam Coen because y'all look at his resume. He will get up out of there. He took the deal. And the Bucs was trying to call him all day. All day they've been trying to call this man. So you mean to tell me you only talked to Todd Bowles, you didn't talk to Jason Light or Mike Greenberg? Damn. I mean, that's cold. Congratulations on getting the job. But damn, Liam Coen, you could at least pick the phone up and say, look, man, I changed my mind. If he would have said that, nobody would have been tripping. I'm not tripping. Just pick the phone up. If you wanted a job, nobody tripping about you taking the job. It's just, man, that's kind of weird how you did it, buddy. And y'all know I keep it 100. I don't cut no corners. I'm pretty much black and white with a lot of facts. But the reality of the situation is, if you put yourself in a situation like that, how would you handle that? Would you do the same thing? Would you do the same thing and ignore everybody's phone calls except for one person? Would you ignore the GM and the player personnel director, all these other people in the front office, and you executive personnel director and vice president? Would you just ignore all the calls and only talk to one guy? And the one guy you talk to, you tell him, well, it'll be, I'm just gonna revisit it. I'm just gonna talk to him. I'm gonna see what they're talking about. And then you take the trip up there. You come back late at night to inform, hey, I'm taking the job. Well, we've been trying to call you all day. Why you ain't just tell us that? You see what I'm saying? You feel me? So I understand the frustration with some of the Bucs fans, and I told y'all in my episode number 1 video, I'm not tripping. I'm just having a conversation with y'all and just trying to give y'all the reality of the situation and points about this whole storyline. As far as me personally, I'm not tripping. Me personally, I'm not tripping. I'm just giving y'all the thought process of the reality of the situation. My dad always told me money talks, bullshit walks. And this is a prime example of big bank take little bank, and there was nothing that the Bucs can do. You can play this. It's almost like Doctor Strange. You can play this situation out of 1 million times. It's going to probably turn out the same way. And I want folks to understand, as far as Bucs fans, I would not be extremely upset. I understand you and your feelings right now, but you got to understand how the game works. If any of you have done any business just over $1,000, not 10, not 20, not 30, just $1,000 worth of business plus, you got to be careful. Because in today's society, and for the last 15, 20 years, and matter of fact, I can say the last 100 years, it's always been backdoor handshakes or handshake wink wink agreements. Yeah, I'm gonna do this and then turn around and do something else because somebody give you a bid a higher, wage. That's like taking a job. You at a job making $120,000 a year, and you love that job and you comfortable. And then another company comes up and say, hey, we got $175,000. Take this job. But you're like, I love my job. And you tell your job, the current job you have right now, at 120, I'm staying right here. Then another company comes in and gives you $170,000 a year. Are you going to tell your job? Are you going to put your 2 weeks in, or are you going to quit right? Are you going to quit right then and there and say, forget that? I'm not dropping a 2 weeks notice. You know the purpose of a 2 weeks notice? It's the courtesy. It's the traditional way of doing things. But in today's society, traditional ways are pretty much getting washed away. So what Liam Coen did is not the traditional way. It's the modern way. The company don't owe you no explanation, because if they want to get rid of you, they will get rid of you without any, they'll just get rid of you. You were a number. So as us, as employees, we got to think the same way. Because, there is no loyalty from them to us. They don't deserve us no loyalty. And we don't have to give them no loyalty either. I'm just giving it to you raw and uncut, folks. This is the nature of the beast. Welcome to 2025. The fastest way to the top is straight up. Companies don't owe you no explanation. When your time is up, your time is up. And they ain't gonna be like, well, they're gonna be like, look, we budget cutting and we got to get rid of your salary, and your name came up. And you like, and oh man, I got a family to feed, and I got this to feed, and I got to do this. They like, look, I'm sorry, man, but we got to cut you. We got to cut you, or take a salary cut. But 9 times out of 10, they're getting rid of you. So now, as people that's working for these companies, you got to look at it the same way. If you get an offer that you can't turn down, that's going to, provide better security for you or your family or both things, you can't really be mad at it. Now, I get it the way he did it. Okay, but this is the modern way of things. This is modern lifestyle, folks. Like, if somebody was offering me $250,000 job, I'm not putting 2 weeks in. I'm getting the hell on. Because I can always get a job. Like, Liam Coen will always get a job. Like, even if it don't work out with Jacksonville, he'll get a job. Because he has a resume. It always comes down to, what have you done for me lately? And lately, what Liam Coen has put on Front Street for the entire NFL, all it took is one team. And the Jacksonville Jaguars, who resides in the same state with the Bucs, was like, we'll take him. And what was so funny about the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the reason why I'm not really tripping on them, because only thing what happened was that was an owner versus owner situation. That was an owner versus owner situation. That basically, Shad Khan was like, look, I'm taking your guy, and there's nothing you can do. He was the number 2 guy that we wanted. We wanted Ben Johnson, but we didn't get a shot at him because of Trent Baalke. We virtual interviewed Liam Coen. We really like what he's doing and what he's trying to do, and we like what he did with Baker Mayfield. Oh, you're not gonna come take the interview in person? Oh, why? Oh, because of this guy? I'm gonna get rid of him. What you want? Blank paycheck. Write your number down, and you want your GM? Go get your GM. That's all it did. That is a owner versus owner situation. when you look at the bigger picture, it was an owner versus owner situations. Billionaires on the back end, one billionaire said, I'm taking your guy, and there's nothing you can do about it. The other billionaire was like, well, you want some money? I got some money for you. Big bank, take little bank. Like, let's skip the Liam Coen and Howard thing. Let's go to the bigger picture. That's behind the scene. That's the owner. You don't think these guys are aware of what's going on? You don't think the Glazer family didn't know what was going on? These guys making billions of dollars. They got guys everywhere. They got eyes and ears everywhere. You don't think the Glazers? You think the Glazers was dumb or something? Like, you think the Glazers didn't see this coming? Or it could happen. You know, let's take it one step further. It was the owners, man. Like, they know what's going on here. They all have owners meetings. I just know that the Glazers not gonna be too fond of the Khan family. But those guys make too much money not to know what's going on. The minute Liam Coen said, I'm not taking the interview in person, you don't think Khan and his team of advisors was like, oh, we're gonna get this guy because he wants to be here. But the reason why he's not one, the reason why he's got cold feet is because of this knucklehead Trent Baalke. Mr. Khan, you got to get rid of Trent Baalke if you want Liam Coen. And Liam Coen knew exactly what he was doing. And you can't get mad at him for that. You can't get mad. This is why I'm really giving y'all like the reality of the situation. I'm doing my best to give you the reality of the situation. I'm trying to calm y'all down. A lot of y'all keep referring to the same thing, but this is what it is. This is today's society. Duval knows 904. We got a couple of Jacksonville Jaguar fans in. Shout out to the Jacksonville Jaguar fans in here coming in here, checking out the conversation. But it's interesting because in reality of the situation, Liam Coen really accepted 2 jobs. When you think about it, he accepted to come back, but then he also accepted to be the head coach. And the reason why he didn't choose it the first time and go in for this in-person interview to get signed and sealed, because he's like, I don't want to sit down with Trent Baalke. He actually, in my opinion, he accepted the job. But the reason why he didn't go in the first time for the second interview is because he did not want to sit down with Trent Baalke. And look at the chain of events. The minute they got rid of Trent Baalke, Liam Coen is up there taking the job. That's how fast things can change. Because if they would have got rid of Trent Baalke right when they got rid of Doug Peterson, this wouldn't even be a conversation. Him taking the job wouldn't have been an issue with some of you guys. But look how fast things changed. He did a virtual interview, folks. Impressed the front office. Trent Baalke was on the interview. He was impressed. They like vision. He's a leader amongst men. They like the office of innovation. They think he can help Trevor Lawrence, the franchise quarterback, who they gave $250 million. You know what I'm saying? And they like, look, can you help him? And he got the plan laid out. Look what I did with Baker Mayfield. Trevor Lawrence is younger, maybe more talented. That I could do some things with Trevor Etienne and Tank Bigsby. You know what I'm saying? Evan Ingram and Brian Thomas Jr. We got to tighten up that O-line. We get the running game going, blah, blah, blah. Impress the front office with Trent Baalke on that virtual meeting. They waited. Oh, say, we got 3 candidates we like. Patrick Graham, Robert Saleh, Liam Coen. But we really wanted Liam Coen. Hey, Liam, come in for a second interview in person. Liam Coen, I'm gonna pass on that. I'm gonna go back to the Bucs, man. I'm just not really feeling the situation. I don't want to do it. I want the job, but I'm not too sure about it. And they're like, are you sure? And yeah, I'm gonna go back to Tampa. Goes back to Tampa, handshakes agreement, a contract to come back as an OC to be the highest paid coordinator in NFL history. He sits there, don't sign the contract. The Jacksonville Jaguar front office and advisors was like, well, he wants the job, but I think he don't. The reason why he didn't take it is because we got this loose end right here, and we can't go through another cycle of missing out on the guy who we really want because of this guy. So if we get rid of this guy, you think we got a chance to get him? Con, if we get rid of Trent Baalke, we can get Liam Coen. Come on, Con, you got to do it. Mr. Khan, do it. Tony Khan, all of them. All right, let's get rid of him. Gets rid of Trent Baalke, rings up Liam Coen. Hey, man, we got rid of the guy that you're not really feeling, that you don't want to work with. Go pick your guy you want to work with. Is that good enough? Well, I'm going to go up there and do the second interview, and we'll talk about it. Goes up there, takes the second interview. It's not even a second interview. It's basically to take the job. It's basically to take the job. It wasn't even no need for a second interview. They liked him in the virtual interview. The camera on, everything. They just wanted to talk to him in person about getting the personnel together, working with Trent Baalke, you know what I'm saying, and meeting the players and the staff members and all that. But he did not want to meet with Trent Baalke and his peoples. He wanted a clean slate. And Jacksonville gave him a clean slate and a big check. And said, pick the people you want to work with. And on the flip side with the Bucs, handshake with the fingers crossed behind your back agreement. Now the Bucs were sitting there like, okay, we good to go. He basically cut ties with some hot scissors. You know what I'm saying? Like he cut ties from the Bucs, period. He had one season with the Bucs, and obviously it doesn't matter now. And now the Bucs are looking like John Travolta in Pulp Fiction, like with the coat around your arm, like looking around, like what just happened? What just happened? That's how the Bucs look right now. You think he's thinking about the Bucs right now? He don't give a damn about the Bucs. His life will continue. He's taking his offense and a couple of his personnel people that with him from the Bucs. He's taking to Jacksonville. He's taking his Gucci bags to Jacksonville. And it's so interesting that he only chose Jacksonville. Now, the thing about Liam Coen, the after effect. Once he get to that podium and stands in front of that podium, you know the questions he's going to get asked. Now, the Jacksonville media, they love it because the Jacksonville media, they wanted Trent Baalke out a long time ago. So that press conference is going to be hot and ready for Liam Coen. Chest bumping, high fives, everybody going to be screaming, yelling, everybody in Duval going to be like, yeah, Liam Coen. But everything outside of Jacksonville going to be like, dude, no, how the love go? 5, 4, 3, where the love go? Everybody going to be like, no. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look at their media members right now. They got a whole story written up behind this. And you know how the media members, they work, they tight. They got all these sources and everything. Who told you this? Somebody got the real scoop. Cap. The Jacksonville Jaguars and the Bucs don't play till in 2027. So you got a couple years, buddy. We play the Jaguars in 2027. So I cannot wait to get the real story. Somebody got the real story. I mean, some of the media members, they're saying some real things. Don't get me wrong. I'm not discrediting them, but somebody got the actual story. Because none of it makes sense. Remember, it's not about him taking the job. It's about what led up to taking the job. you stay before you even considered the Jacksonville Jaguars job. You said, well, I paraphrase. I want to be a head coach. I'm 39 years old, but I'm happy where I'm at. Da 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 da. If it happens, it happens. Then it goes to the Jacksonville Jaguars requested their virtual interview. You take the interview. You want to put your feet in the water. I get it. You want to see if you're ready. You say you're ready, but you're not in a rush. You put your toes in the water. You impressed. You talked a good game, whether you want to call it snake oil, whatever the case may be. Jacksonville liked it. The front office liked it. They let you be. Hey, you want to come in for a second interview? Nah, I'm gonna stay with the Bucs. All right, cool. But credit to the Jacksonville Jaguars front office. They felt like they can get him. They didn't give up. Because Jacksonville could have pivoted. The Jacksonville front office could have pivoted even after they fired Trent Baalke. They could have pivoted and went another direction. Kellen Moore, Joe Brady, Todd Monken, whatever. They could have pivoted with no problem. But they didn't. They wanted Liam Coen, and they know exactly how to get him. Blank check, get rid of Trent Baalke. But you know what though? And I was going to touch on that Duval knows 904. Remember, folks, this is another telltale sign with the Bucs too. See, it's two sides to the story. Remember, the contract that was offered to Liam Coen from the Bucs to re-sign was in contingent of you not taking no interviews with no other team. And y'all want to know why he didn't sign that contract? That's the reason. The Bucs told him, we will bring you back and give you all this money as long as you don't interview with nobody else. Don't talk to nobody else. The Bucs knew. The Bucs knew. The Bucs front office, Jason Light, Mike, they knew. Hey, we bringing you back. You got to commit to us. But Liam Coen and his team was like, oh, we can't sign that. We're not doing that. You're not going to dictate what we can and can't do. It's messy, folks. This is why the Bucs organization and some of those people are upset because they had a handshake agreement, not a black and white pen on paper agreement. They had a handshake agreement that he will sign the contract. But that was just a leverage play. The Bucs told him, we will bring you back, but you can't do this. Now, from a business perspective, that's not a good thing to do. Because the man already did a virtual interview, and now you offer him a contract and saying, well, you can't do any more interviews if you come back. Now you lockstep in this dude, and you saying he can't go nowhere. Stipulations is not always a good thing in business. Especially when it comes to stuff like this. Because people want freedom. When you try to pigeonhole somebody that has aspirations, nah, fam. And Liam Coen, shout out to him and his team. He got a good team because he played the leverage card perfectly. You can't pigeonhole an ambitious young man. You can't do that. So did the Bucs handle things the right way? They did. But when you offering contracts, ironclad contracts like that, nah, fam. Because to me, if somebody was offering me something like that, I'm not signing that. You're not going to tell me what I can and can't do, especially when it comes to a job promotion, a career advancement. You want me to take this job in contingent of I don't go anywhere else? Oh, no. Which explains why he didn't answer the phone. He only talked to Todd Bowles. You notice he only talked to Todd Bowles according to reports. He didn't talk to anybody in the front office, the people that actually made the contract. Let me repeat that, folks. He only talked to Todd Bowles, the head coach, according to reports, the storyline. He didn't talk to nobody in the organization, front office in particular, which explains why the front office is upset. So, folks, you got to understand the business side of it. They tried to lock Liam Coen in with an ironclad contract, and Liam Coen was like, hell no. Nah. I'm going to use this ironclad, quote unquote, handshake agreement as leverage to get me more money and an upgrade in position, a career advancement of pay and title of a $1 billion organization in a state with no state taxes. The weather is good. The family likes Florida. It's warm weather. It was a win-win situation for him. You can't fault him for doing that. Now, let's just take away the feeling part of it. Look, if you get a promotion to $1 billion company to run that, you gonna turn that down unless you got cold feet. I want put yourself in those same situation. What if somebody offers you an ironclad contract saying that, hey, we'll bring you back for $500,000, but you can't talk to anybody else that's going to offer you $2 million? Gentlemen's agreements don't matter in business. It's always about the best deal. See, that's the problem. Oh, be a gentleman. Man, it's a cutthroat business. You got to remove the feelings when you're doing business. Amongst men, when men do business, you can't do business with feelings. You can't sign contracts with feelings. You have to sign contracts with conviction, which is why he didn't sign the contract stating that he can't talk to nobody else. He did not do that based on conviction because he felt like you're trying to pigeonhole me and there's a possibility of me getting a head coaching job. You're stopping me from possibly getting a head coaching job. He took that information and ran it back and said, hey, man, I ain't signed the contract yet. What you going to do? I need y'all to get out y'all feelings. Because you walk out that door tomorrow and you get offered a contract saying you can't do something, you going to sign it? You going to sign that contract saying, hey, you can't do this, but we'll pay you this. But see, on the flip side, all Jacksonville had to do from the jump was get rid of Trent Baalke, and Liam Coen would have took the job a while ago. But see, Jacksonville can't get out of their own way, so it's almost like they kind of created the issue as well. Like they like the original creation of this whole wild storyline, right? Now Jacksonville, they don't have the cleanest hands in the situation. I'm talking about the owner's perspective, but I'm just saying. This all could have been really prevented if they just would have got rid of Trent Baalke when they fired Doug Peterson. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. We're not talking about the Bucs or we're talking about the Jags. And remember, folks, I told y'all this. I can talk about a lot of teams because I pay attention to a lot of teams in their situations. I knew about Trent Baalke in San Francisco, what he did in San Francisco. All Shad Khan had to do is when you fire Doug Peterson, get rid of Trent Baalke, and I promise you, a lot of you Bucs fans would not be tripping out right now. So Jacksonville has a little dirt in this situation as well. They jacked up the situation. They made the situation much worse. Ask yourself this question: if Jacksonville fired Trent Baalke, would this situation played out the way it did? if they would have got rid of Trent Baalke the day they fired Doug Peterson, in my personal opinion, I don't think this would be a big deal because it would have been a straightforward boom. But the fact that they kept Trent Baalke, and everybody knows the reason why Ben Johnson didn't take the job, and everybody knew why Liam Coen backed out with cold feet, is because of Trent Baalke. And the minute they fire Trent Baalke, it's all good now. He takes the job. Come on, man. It's 1+1, folks. So Jacksonville got their hands dirty too. So Jacksonville ain't the smartest franchise, folks. At least with the Jets and the Raiders, they got rid of the coach and the GM. The Saints and the Jacksonville Jaguars, goofballs, the Saints kept their GM, got rid of their head coach. The Cowboys, Jerry Jones is the GM. They got rid of the coach. That's goofy stuff, man. When you're wiping the slate clean, you want a step-by-step, hand-by-hand match with the GM and the coach, which explains why the Cowboys are probably going to hire Brian Schottenheimer, because he's worked with the Cowboys before, and Jerry Jones can put his thumb up Brian Schottenheimer's. You know how that works. Jerry Jones is not going to hire a strong-minded coach. He's going to probably hire Brian Schottenheimer. Mickey Loomis stuck around. They couldn't get Aaron Glenn. Reports coming out about that situation by Aaron Glenn wanted Mickey Loomis out of there, but the front office of the Saints didn't agree with that. They wanted to keep some continuity with Mickey Loomis. So Aaron Glenn took the Jets job. This is a story. Now, I'm not saying it's true, but this is the reports. The Raiders got it right. The Jets got it right. Clean slate. That way you ain't got no drama. The Bears did it weird too, because the Bears kept their GM Ryan Poles and then hired Ben Johnson within the division. So that's a weird combination. Yeah, exactly. Okay, people don't realize. People think the NFL is huge. The NFL is not huge, folks. It's a small community with a lot of money. It's only 32 owners, 32 GMs, 32 head coaches. How many men in this that resides in this country? We're talking about 96 men, 32 owners, 32 GMs, 32 head coaches. 96 men out of millions of men that got those jobs. I'm just saying, folks. Name of the game is business, folks. Dog eat dog. Can't get mad at him. I ain't mad at you, Dave. I ain't even mad at you, Liam Coen. But I will be watching. I will watch your press conference, and I'm gonna watch what you say, because I want to know the truth. Because you will get asked of the truth. What happened? And it's better to hear from the horse's mouth, but I don't think Liam Cohen's gonna address the situation all the way. He's gonna tap dance around it, the politically correct answer, the media answer. But I would love to be a fly on the wall in that conversation in Liam Cohen's home tonight amongst his circle. And oh, by the way, as far as the Bucs, Liam Coen, he's not going to leave the Bucs quietly. He's not going to leave the Bucs quietly, folks. He's like, I'm gonna take my wide receiver coach. I'm gonna take my quarterbacks coach. He's gonna take a couple guys. Just like Dave Canales took Brad Isaac. He's gonna take a couple guys. He ain't walking away just like everybody stay in Tampa. He's gonna take guys that he brought in with him to Tampa, that is in lockstep with him, And all those guys that he brought to Tampa, or a few of those guys that he brought to Tampa, his really close buddies, he's going to bring them to Jacksonville, and they're going to get a position upgrade and a pay raise. That's how you take care of your people. You take care of your people when you get in football and basketball, when you move staff like that, and you coming up and you go from, a bench coach or a position coach or assistant head coach or quality control, you take your people with you, you build relationships. He's not taking Tom Moore with him. He's not taking Thaddeus Lewis with him. Those are Todd Bowles guys. He can give a 2 flying sugar honey iced teas about Tom Moore and Thaddeus Lewis. He don't care about them. He don't give a damn about Skip Pete. He taking his guys, the guys that came in with him. That's why when I tell y'all about meshing philosophies together, it never really goes well. Who came in with Liam? Who came in with him? Ask yourself that question. Do your research. Don't be surprised he take about 2 or 3 guys that was on the offensive staff. He don't have no ties to Tom Moore, 96-year-old Tom Moore, 80, whatever he is. He don't have no ties to Skip Pete. Thaddeus Lewis. He can give a damn about them. He's not going to help them get no pay raise and no position upgrade. You think he going to take Thaddeus Lewis with him to be the OC? Hell no. Nah. You think he going to take Tom Moore with him to be the quarterback's coach or the offensive assistant or an analyst? Hell no. Nah. You think he going to take Skip Pete with him to be the running back's coach? Hell no. Nah. He ain't got no ties to them boys and the men. Now, he could go get Chris Godwin. Don't be surprised now. He might try to poach the Bucs player roster. You know what I'm saying? Ben Brettson and Chris Godwin and Tryon Stohinkis. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just keeping it real. Dave Canales did it. It's a sad day for some of you guys and ladies out there, but I'm okay. As you can see, episode number 2, I told y'all to stand by y'all phones. Dropped another video. I've never really done this back because this storyline is crazy, and there's going to be more videos about this because some of this don't make no sense. I can care less about how many people report the same thing. None of it makes sense if you just use your brain. Use your brain about the situation. It doesn't make any sense. You can put the pieces of the puzzle together and you're still going to look at it kind of funny. And the key part of the whole storyline, as I wrap this up, is the conversation with Todd Bowles. Why only Todd Bowles when everybody's trying to call you and you're not answering your phone? So you didn't want to talk to nobody in the front office? And then on top of that, you take the job that they told you basically you can't do. You can't take it. It's a weird situation. It doesn't matter how many stories come out and who said this and who said that. Put them all together and just take a step back. Get a whiteboard, get some cue cards, get some index cards, and put everything that everybody said down and put it together. Draw some lines, get some thumbtacks, put it on the wall, and draw some lines. None of it makes sense. It's confusion. It's a big cluster. Somebody said this and he said that. He promised this and he said he wasn't going to do that. He agreed to this. The phone call at 5:50 p.m. and doctor's office, the doctor's note, and Todd Bowles. Where is Jason Light in the situation? Where was Mike Greenberg? Where was the Glazers? Why he didn't answer the phone when other people was trying to call him? You only talk to Todd Bowles? And then you secretly take a meeting with the Jacksonville Jaguars thinking that it wasn't going to be noticed. People have been following Liam Coen, and people have been watching this whole story play out. The minute he declined the second interview, people were still on him like, okay, he's going back to the Bucs, but What if Jacksonville Jaguars get rid of Trent and then boom, Trent gets fired? And then whoever been tailing Liam Coen was like, wait a minute, let me follow him for a second. Oh, he's going to Jacksonville? He getting on the plane? Oh, what? Let me tweet this out. Let me hit my sources up. Remember, folks, when it comes to media, people pay for the information. People pay for the information, folks. People pay to get the scoop about the Liam Coen situation. And and people think that the Jaguars picked Liam Coen out the blue. I don't think so. I don't think so. And what's so funny is go listen to what Ben Johnson said about the Chicago Bears job. This is the job he always wanted. Caleb is one of the reasons why I'm here. This is where I want to be at. So so Ben Johnson was already thinking about it. The Bears kept Matt Eberflus. And I said this. I said the Bears should fire Matt Eberflus before the season started. If the Bears would have fired Matt Eberflus, they would have had Ben Johnson already for one season already. Go listen to what Ben Johnson said. This is where I wanted to be at. This is where I always wanted to be. He even had he had his eye on that job probably for like 2 years. He just was waiting on Matt Eberflus to get fired. And I can understand why he didn't take the Jacksonville job. I can understand why he didn't take the Raiders job. Too many question marks. Especially the Raiders. No quarterback. The roster's weak as hell. At least with the Bears got talent. So don't be surprised Liam Coen said something similar. I always wanted to be a part of the Jacksonville family. I'm turning around. Hoorah, hoorah. Y'all know how these press conferences go. I always wanted to be a Jag. It's good to be a Jag. I'm going to work with Trevor Lawrence. I'm going to get Trevor Etienne and Tank Bigsby right. And Anton Harrison, the left tackle or right tackle. I think he's a left tackle. Oklahoma, by the way. Shout out to Anton Harrison. I did a draft profile on him. About the Bucs possibly picking him, but they didn't need him. But Jacksonville Jaguars, they got a couple pieces. I'm not a fan of Trevor Lawrence, but I like Tank Bigsby. I like Trevor Etienne. I like Brian Thomas Jr. I like the Anton Harris. I like the tackle. I like Josh Hines Allen. You know what I'm saying? I like Trayvon Walker is solid. But they got a new stadium coming up. The tickets are cheap. Y'all remember Bucs fans? I know y'all remember Brian Thomas in training camp. The joint practice, the joint practice with Brian Thomas. Y'all heard the stories. Y'all saw the videos. Nobody on the Bucs can keep up with Brian Thomas. Brian Thomas was baking everybody in the Bucs secondary. I saw the videos. Y'all remember Bucs fans back in August. The joint practice with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brian Thomas was cooking everybody. The Bucs had no answer. And guess who was throwing him the ball? Trevor Lawrence. It was embarrassing, folks. A rookie receiver cooking everybody in the Bucs secondary. At that moment, you know what that told me at that moment? The Bucs secondary still gonna be bottom 5. You can cook like that. Brian Thomas Jr. is a beast. I didn't see this coming, but I mean, he got talent, but man, you could argue that he should have been the first receiver taken in front of Malik Neighbors, in front of Romeo Duzier. Six foot 3, 215, 20 pounds, running 4.3. Y'all saw the video when he was cooking the Bucs with DBs. It was embarrassing, folks. When I saw the videos, man, I'm looking at the Bucs secondary like, man. Man. And Trevor Lawrence was bombing that bit. Bomb that bit. And this is with Trevor Lawrence missing games. He still had over 1,000 yards. Trevor Lawrence missed a couple games. Inconsistent quarterback play, and he still had, I think he had double-digit touchdowns, dude. So I'm not taking nothing away from Brian Thomas Jr. He is really like that. I don't care about what you say about the Jacksonville Jaguars team. I'm talking about Brian Thomas Jr. I can care less about how you feel about the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm talking about football right now. Put your football cap on. Get rid of the Bucs cap. Put your football cap on. Brian Thomas Jr. is that dude. And that is a fact. I can care less about how you feel about the Jacksonville Jaguars. But Brian Thomas cooked the Bucs DBs. Filet. He filleted the Bucs secondary. Filet. See, the thing about me is I'm a Bucs fan. I'm a diehard Bucs fan, but I can talk about other players across the league that I like because I'm a receiver. So I like Brian Thomas Jr. This ain't about me being, oh, you're not supposed to like, oh, you a Bucs fan. You're not supposed to like Brian Thomas Jr. Well, shut up. I'm talking about football. I got my football cap on right now. But anyway, let's get back to the Bucs real quick. But the deal is made. I'm very curious to see what the deal is. It's going to be a $10 million contract. Hey, Duval knows 904. Hey, what's the details of the contract? What's the details of the Liam Coen contract? Because I'm hearing that it is a mega deal. Is it like $9 million a year? Is it $10 million a year? Because there's more than Todd Bowles. I know that. Big bank take little bank. I just want to know. I want to know the contract details. Come on, Jacks. Come on, Jag fans. Let me know. He said Baker Mayfield's a head coach maker. Oh, they haven't released the details. So Ben Johnson is getting north of $10 million a year. And they're saying that they're going to give him the Ben Johnson type contract. And Ben Johnson is getting $10+ million a year, according to what the report's saying. I'm just trying to see if any Jacksonville Jaguar fans local to the city know what's going on. Oh, breaking news. John Spytek has signed with the Raiders a 5-year deal to be their GM. So he finally signed. Shout out to John Spytek. He deserved that. Jason Licht's millions starting to spread out now. We're waiting on Mike Greenberg. Mike Greenberg will be getting the job at some point. Another one of the Jason Licht minions, which is good because I do want to see some guys from Jason Licht's minion case do some things around the league, because I want to see the results of Jason Licht's decisions the last 5 years, not the previous 7 or 8, because he was 34-62 before Brady got there. He was terrible. But after Brady, he's been very well. And I would love to see Spytek do something good, which will reflect on Jason Licht, and also Mike Greenberg. He gets a GM position at some point in the next year or two. He does well, and it'll kind of make Jason Licht kind of like, okay, we see your sprouts everywhere. Oh, we got a lot of Jacksonville Jaguar fans in the chat room right now. Shout out to Jacksonville Jaguar fans. Duval. But yeah, I mean, I ain't mad at none of the Jacksonville Jaguars fans. Hey, y'all got y'all guy. And most importantly, Trent Baalke is fired. But shout out to John Spytek, man. Oh, they really clowning Liam Coen, man. A lot of these Bucs fans are clowning Liam Coen, but it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter now. Y'all can talk all the noise about Liam Coen all y'all want to. Y'all can talk about the jet sweep fumble and the play call was ridiculous. He handled the situation like he handled the jet sweep, bad play call and all that. So the freak what? And also, it doesn't change anything. Yeah, Eric Foreman. I thought that was going to be a lockstep situation when Spytek and Liam Coen get together in Jacksonville or the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? That kind of like matched up. But it didn't work out like that. That's crazy. A lot of people saying he accepted 2 jobs. Somebody in the media member said they never seen anything like this in their life. The Liam Coen situation. That's how crazy it is, folks. You got people out here saying that they never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like it. That's crazy. That's how crazy the situation is. When somebody can say, media members can say they never seen anything like it, that tells you the story is not finished. That's crazy. Never seen anything like it. Everybody making videos about it right now. A lot of the Bucs fans and platforms. I can't wait to hear that conversation. I cannot wait to hear the introduction. I'm going to be lockstep in tomorrow looking at Liam Coen. Body language and everything. He said Baker Mayfield is a head coach maker. People talking about something. Bring back Byron Leftwich. And they said the Bucs are stuck with Todd Bowles. At some point, the Bucs gonna have. You can't let this happen again. I will say that. You can't let this happen again. Like you get an OC, he does well, and it's all good. The Bucs numbers looking really good, and here we go again. The fourth Bucs OC in 4 years pop up in the head coaching conversation for a job, and you think the Glazers gonna sit there and let it happen again? Let me ask y'all that question. Duval Gaming 904, man. What's up, man? Y'all think the Glazers gonna let this happen again? If we get an OC and the OC comes in and do well and teams start inquiring about him and want to interview him, y'all think the Bucs gonna let this happen again? Y'all think the Glazers gonna be like, we gonna keep Todd Bowles? I'm just keeping it real with y'all, man. It'll be a fascinating storyline. It'll be a fascinating storyline, man. If Jason Light gets another OC in there and the OC does well and gets interviews by other teams and the Bucs don't do nothing, let him walk for the 5th year in a row. Can you imagine it be 5 years in a row that the Bucs get an OC, a new OC? Can y'all imagine that? I'm telling you right now, if the Bucs get another good OC and he does very well, like Liam Coen will, all I'm gonna say is y'all gonna let him leave too? Y'all gonna let him leave too? I mean, the Bucs got a strong O-line, good quarterback, good receiving core. If they bring back Godwin, tight end group can be upgraded a little bit, but offensively, man, you can put an OC in there, and if he calls good plays, he gonna look good too. But guess what? He looked good in Tampa. You gonna get that phone call. Hey, you want the job for the Colts? You want the Bengals head coaching job? You want the Colts head coaching job? You want the Titans head coaching job? You want the Browns head coaching job? I'm trying to tell you, I'm giving y'all some heads up for the future for the Bucs, man. Y'all think anybody can walk in and just put up numbers, video game numbers like Liam Coen? It's gonna be hard to top that, folks. I ain't gonna hold y'all. It's gonna be hard to top that. Liam Coen, y'all might not like him, but he did a damn good job. I mean, he made history. The Bucs offense had over 2,000 yards rushing. 2027 Duval game in 904. 2027, we play y'all. But the scary thing about Todd Bowles, let me say this real quick. The Bucs were 13-4 with Bruce Arians. The next season, they went 9-8. I mean, 8-9. And then 9-8. And then 10-7. So at one point, the Bucs was 13-4. Now the Bucs are pretty much an 8-10 win team. I don't like that. Oh, Duval knows 904. Let me put this up. See what I'm saying? Look at the conflicting reports. I just read that too. Duval knows 904. Like, you informed Todd Bowles, but then the Bucs saying he didn't tell them about the plans. See what I'm saying? I told y'all. It's getting weird, man. I try to tell y'all, don't listen to me. I'm telling you what I'm seeing, man, and reading. No matter how many pieces of the puzzle you put together, it don't make sense. I told you the story is weird, wonky as hell. The story got a lot of cap in it. A lot of cap. Cap. And I don't know where the cap coming from. But apparently the Bucs like, he didn't tell us nothing. Told y'all, man. He said, Uncle Megalodon. Dink and dunk, Bucs office coming. Dink, don't, dink, don't, dink, don't. Yes, Isaiah J. Somebody lying. Somebody lying. You could tell. It don't make no sense. Somebody lying through their teeth and they stink. Somebody cap. Cap. When you read the whole storyline, it's like cap. Somebody lying. It's too easy to spot it out. Cap. Don't nobody want to take the blame. It's a messy situation, man. Yeah, Sal, I think everybody's not telling the truth because don't nobody want to take the hit and look bad. Don't nobody want to take the hit and look bad. Oh, Jenna Lane. Oh man, My Jenna, I don't read nothing she put out. Oh no. Cap. Jenna Lane. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh, cringeworthy, man. She is so cringeworthy. And what's so crazy is she's supposed to be the Bucs reporter for ESPN, but I think it's like Jeff Darlington or somebody gets more information about the Bucs than her. Like you're supposed to be the Bucs reporter for ESPN, but you don't get the information like other people. It's weird. Cap. Told y'all about the situation. Cap. Cap. John Gruden can come back to be the OC. Cap. But Liam Coen is a legend, though. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. He is a legend. Getting Trent Baalke fired, man. That's a legendary move right there. Why they? You know, it's a question. Let me ask y'all. Let me ask the Jacksonville Jaguar fans. Why didn't y'all do that for Byron Leftwich? Why didn't the Jacksonville Jaguars do it for Byron Leftwich when Byron Leftwich wanted Adrian Wilson as the GM and they wouldn't do that? They wanted to keep Trent Baalke. So Byron Leftwich is like, nah. It's basically the same situation, but this time the Jacksonville Jaguars is like, we're gonna take the coach we want. Because y'all remember Byron Leftwich was supposed to take the job, but he didn't want to work with Trent Baalke, and then the Coen family was like, oh well. And then fast forward 3 years later, same situation. The coach that they really wanted turned down the job because of Trent Baalke. Same situation. Same exact situation. Jacksonville Jaguars looking at Byron Leftwich. Byron Leftwich was like, nah, fam, I want Adrian Wilson as my GM. Get rid of Trent Baalke. Jacksonville Jaguars was like, nah, we keeping Trent Baalke. 3 years later, hey man, I don't want Trent Baalke as the GM. All right, we'll get rid of him. But wasn't he one of the candidates that they was looking at? And he wanted to bring Adrian Wilson, the Cardinals player personnel director, with him if he was to take the job. Am I right or wrong? Now Duval knows 904. I know I'm right on that part. I'm just saying. I know what I read on that one. He was on the list with the Jacksonville Jaguars. He was like, I want Adrian Wilson. And at that time, the Jacksonville Jaguars was not moving off of Trent Baalke. And that's why they ended up hiring what was it, Doug Peterson. Fast forward, they ended up firing Doug Peterson. And then the same situation comes up, kind of sort of, right? And this time they fired Trent Baalke. You know, so funny. They stuck Doug Peterson with Trent Baalke. That's crazy. And then get rid of the net. Oh man, that's crazy. Come on, Jacksonville Jaguars, do better, man. Well, y'all did better finally. It's basically like the same situation. A young coordinator coming off a high-profile season on offense, calling plays. Jacksonville interested. Trent Baalke was the holdup. Cap. All cap. Yeah, Trent Baalke should have been gone a long time ago, man. So I'm looking up the reports on his contract. So you got some mixed 10 million plus. 10 million plus. Basically, that's what it is. Yep. They say he ghosted the Bucs. Damn. Lack of communication. Now we got some side stories going in there. Lack of communication. Here we go. Liam Coen didn't communicate, although he didn't communicate his true intentions. Cap. Ooh, I can't wait till the meats and potatoes of this story come out. Somebody finna look crazy. Yeah, Kentucky fans did warn us. They damn sure did. Cap. Anyway, shout out to all the Pirates and Bandits, man. Sorry, now Adam Schefter is really on this story, man. You know, Adam Schefter got a lot of contacts, and Adam Schefter got a whole article about it already. I mean, Adam Schefter is not going to let this go. He got too many contacts. He's going to be on it too. Yeah, Adrian, I talked about that guy too. My first episode, my first video of this. But yeah, Adam Schefter is really on it. Adam Schefter is not letting this go. He wrote a whole story about this already. Just the beginning, folks. Yeah, they said other teams was interested in Coen. This is interesting. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is weird. Man, it's crazy, man. I'm going to do more research on this storyline, man. 39 years old, man. The fourth youngest active head coach. McVay is 38. Coen is 39. Ben Johnson, 38. Mike McDonald's 37. Y'all. He said Benedict Liam. Oh, man, y'all wrong. I thought it was Benedict Johnson. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. This is crazy. But anyway, shouts out to all the Pirates and C-Bandits. Thank y'all for joining. Subscribe to the channel. Like the channel. Share all the videos. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you all new videos that's posted on the channel. Shout out to Jacksonville Jaguar fan base. Duval in the building, in the chat room. Shout out to y'all. Big ups to y'all. Y'all make sure y'all come back, man. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed y'all company, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all insights about the Jacksonville Jaguars decision. I know y'all happy with Trent Bulk getting the hell up out of there. Y'all can breathe easy. Y'all can sleep well moving forward. If nothing don't happen, if nothing good happened this season, you can always think about it. Liam Coen got Trent Bulky out of there. Fire those cannons. Seize the day. I promise, folks, I will not make another video this late at night. I'm going to sleep. I'll make another video soon, though. Probably tomorrow, Saturday. We'll see. Fire those cannons. Seize the day. Raise a flag. Hashtag. Things can change real quickly. Or things can change quickly. Hashtag. Liam Coen. Ghosted. And I'm going to leave it like that. Y'all keep your head up. Don't be so mad. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's business. Y'all will be okay. I'll see y'all soon. BucosLocker signing out.